Bodkin is a new dark comedy thriller on Netflix starring Will Forte. So today, let's see if this series is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. A hard-nosed journalist works with a true crime podcaster on a strange case in a small Irish town where the locals want to bury the past. Bodkin is a new 7-episode series about podcasters, investigators, and looking at a small town that wants to cover up its past. You had an event 20 years prior where 3 people went missing, and we have Will Forte, who had a podcast that had pretty big numbers, and he wants to build off of that success. And he is joined by journalists to help solve this case. And the trio of them really dig deep into what happened in Bodkin, the disappearance of these people, and a lot of the town who wants to cover up the dark past. Will Forte, I find to be absolutely hilarious. He really impresses me with his comedic timing. I love him on SNL. MacGruber is hilarious. He is that one actor that has serious roles. Every time I watch him, I think that he's going to deliver something funny. And in this case with Bodkin, he's really good in here. You can tell he's really motivated about his podcast. He's interested in this case. He's having a good time in this small Irish town. And a lot of his excitement is hard for this investigator to really kind of comprehend because he is so involved with everything. And Will Forte has a really good performance in here. It's not a comedic performance. There is some jokes throughout, but it's more focused on his podcast and the crime behind it all as well. So there is that nice balance of dark comedy, but also this thriller about this small town and what happened years prior. We also have Dove, this journalist who works alongside Will Forte. She is very different than he is. She has a past that she is struggling to bring to terms. She's not as excited as she is. Her boss is telling her that she needs to take some time away and investigate something new. And she brings the more serious aspect to the series where Will Forte is a bit giddy at times. She is going hard into some of these cases. She knows exactly what she needs to do and she's not playing around. And then we also have Emmy, who joins the group as well, and she is trying to be in the middle of everything. She's excited as well, but she wants to take things seriously, and they all just kind of balance each other out. It has a hard time getting started with the case. You really have to establish the characters, their motivations, the reason for being in this small Irish town, their differences, but also they have to work together. But once you dive deep into this case, you start looking at the people that live in Bodkin, you start to unravel this mystery. And at times it is a bit predictable, and at times it's a bit shocking. I did find when you get to the second and third episode that it's really starting to invest its time in the characters, the small town, and looking at their past and how they're trying to hide it. And when you start to pile characters on top of each other and some storylines, that is where the story becomes really gripping, and the characters, the trio, is starting to be more invested, and they start to work together more. The more that this mystery is being unraveled, the more that they are working together. There's some good chemistry between the actors and actresses, but the deeper they get into the story, the deeper that their relationship is explored. You have some really interesting people within this small town. You have Seamus, who at times seems very bubbly and kind, but also very aggressive. You have some friendly farmers, landlady at a B&B, a lot of people at bars that they come across. They start to form these relationships and start to put their trust in some of the people, but other people are a little bit shady, and it adds to the mystery of this series. But really, when you get into that second and third episode, it starts to find its groove. It starts to work. The characters all work together. The mystery is becoming a little bit predictable, but also there is some surprising moments along the way. It's beautifully shot. I would love to go to Ireland one day, and there's a lot in here that makes it look really stunning. You see the small town and how it works, but also a lot of beautiful landscapes along the way. It has its nice balance of dark comedy about death and dealing with your past, but also takes itself very seriously. It never tries to be gimmicky or over the top. It has that nice tone balance where nothing's really overpowering the other. One gripe for me is the character of Dove. While I really liked her and she took everything very seriously, she was hard to read at times. There is moments throughout these 7 episodes that try to look at her past and what she is dealing with. She is seeing things, and it's alluding to that she had this troubled past. And I don't think the series put enough effort into it to really where you understood the character and her struggles along the way. And so while I like the character and the shift away from Will Forte's character and how she kind of balanced things out, there wasn't enough to really understand her past and what she was struggling with. I could see that there were some things that they were trying to accomplish, but it just didn't reach those heights. But overall, Bodkin had that nice balance of comedy. Not a lot of it, but it was there and it was dark. And then also a lot of mystery surrounding this festival 20 years ago where people went missing, and the whole town doesn't want to discuss it at all. And you have Will Forte as this podcaster who's really trying to bring up the past. It's also interesting to see how people are so invested in their podcast and the route that they have to take to get what they need, the audio that they need, and how they'll be very secretive about things and go behind people's backs as well to get what they want. Even if people say, I don't want my name attached to this at all, they're still recording everything that happened. So before I give you my score for Bodkin on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm gonna go ahead and give Bodkin a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for the new series on Netflix, Bodkin. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.